Okay, you ready? Avogadro's number. 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 Avogadro's number.
Okay, now that I've got that out of my system, let's talk about what Avogadro's number actually is. And the reason we chose that number because we found that in a gram of just about anything, there's around 6 times 10 to the 23 elementary particles in it. But we needed to define a number that could convert that many things into a number we can talk about. So we had to define some really big number that we could just say it's one of those. So that's where we defined a mole. So a mole is one Avogadro's number. And then once we've defined a mole, we don't have to talk about having 6 times 10 to the 23 of something. We can just say that we have 1 mole of something or 1.23 moles of something. And that's why we define the mole as one Avogadro's number, because it gives us a way to convert a bunch of little small things into one bigger thing. But the question on everybody's mind is what would happen if you had a mole of moles? Well, luckily, Randall Munroe in his book, What If, answers that question. So basically, if we gathered a mole of moles in outer space, they would come together due to their own gravity pulling them together, and they would start to compress, and they would eventually compress together to form a full entire planet of moles, and it would be about the size of the moon. And that planet of the mole of moles would have a surface gravity around 1/16 of Earth's. Now the planet of moles would be extremely hot and under high pressure on the inside, but after a while, after a few centuries or millennia, it would begin to cool and it would eventually form ice. And because moles are mostly made of water and the inside of the planet is mostly water and under high pressure, it would form exotic forms of ice. It could form ice 3, ice 5, and eventually ice 2 and ice 4. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another episode of the Action Lab. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified when my latest video's out. And remember to head over to theactionlab.com if you haven't checked out my subscription box yet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.